Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Hello guys, I just wish to say thank you so much for hanging in there and because of the sad news I had of my dear friend and neighbour who sadly passed away, the owner of the little dog Benji, who I take for a walk. I have been asked by his family if I would do the funeral flowers out of fresh flowers, real flowers, and I am honoured. I won't go into great detail, it's personal how he passed, but is in a better place, is being looked after. God's by his side and is looking down on us. So to keep myself busy during the sad times, amongst obviously, the tears and things like that, I have, as you may see, I am in a different position to what I normally sit. I will show you at the end so far what I've done. I've not quite finished yet, but I have moved all of my florals and rearranged the room to make it bigger, so more space. And also the bench is in a different position as well. We've turned that around. So we've still got a little bit more to do before completion, but I will show you how far I've got so far. So this is where I'm going to be sitting from now on. This is the wall that is near the doorway. I was over the other side of the wall so I could see who was coming in, but now I can't. They are behind. It is behind me. So I decided after finishing off a few little bits yesterday, today I'm coming back. I've missed you all dearly, and I'm going to make a wreath, just a small wreath, with the colours like with peaches and like a terracotta orange sort of look. And I can't wait to get cracking. My fingers have been itching as I was sorting all the room out, but I've done it, and I didn't realise how much floral and materials I've got. So but today we are going to be working on a small 12-inch grapevine wreath, and I've already prepared the ribbon. I'm just doing it out of this burlap ribbon, just with the colour of the ribbon in a natural colour and then a terracotta orange. And that's the colour that we are going to do. I've done 6-inch loops at the back, then 5.5, then 5, then 4.5, and then one in the centre at 4. So I've gone down in 1/2 inch, and I've got 4 loops of the brown and 4 loops of the terracotta and 1 small loop in the centre of the brown with 2 tail ends. So that's the colour of the ribbon that we're going to do today. For the foliage, as I was going through obviously my buckets to keep my mind occupied and busy during my sad time, I came across at the bottom of one of my buckets some ruscus, some oddments. I've sorted through oddments. I've got bits of scraps that I may do a wreath out of leftovers that you have and you don't know what to do, to see what we could actually come up with. I was saying this, to my husband, I've got all these leftovers. I may just do a full wreath, a 360 wreath out of the leftovers and see what we can come up with. Obviously, we'll coordinate the colours as we go along. But we've got our ruscus, so I'm going to use this as our backdrop. I have got some fern. I've not really prepared today, guys. So I have got some fern. It's like a sage green. On one stem or sprig, you get 1, 2, 3, 5. And this is just one bunch of fern. So in total, you get one bunch with five sprigs coming off of it, with all of that on one stem, which is lots. And you can pull them off individually, which I may do, and use them to go further. I have got out my salal. These are another few bits of leftovers that I've got, and I think one full bunch. So I've got these that I may use as filler foliage before I start on the bigger bunches. I've found 4 pieces again of leftovers of my tradescantia in the green, which I love this. I like it in the red, and I love this colour too, because green's my favourite colour. And then I've got these oddments or leftovers that I found in the bunch of our wispy green lavender. So I thought there's 5 pieces there. We'll use those as our wispy bits. I've also got, and I've found these as well. As you can see, the raffia is still on them. I didn't take the raffia off. But there's only 4 here. Again, you can pull these off and use them sparingly. Place them on picks, which I may do that as well. And I want to add in this as a lighter colour foliage as well, amongst all the green. And that is, that's wheat, artificial wheat. I've also got out, and again, this one has been chopped at, as you can see, up above here. That's what's left of one of the others. And then this is a fresh stem of our erygnium, our not peach colour, sorry, cream coloured erygnium, or thistle, as you may want to call it. So I thought, well, I'll get the one fresh out because there's only that on there. So we'll use that as well. For our floral, I've got out these. I've got some leftovers in here as well. So I may, incorporate these. I think they're the small-headed hydrangeas, or there's something else. I've seen them as well, like this, something else. I can't remember if it's the snow willow or something like that. But whatever it may be, guys, I do know it. We're going to incorporate, or try to incorporate, some of those as well. I've also got out some of our little mini, these are beautiful colour, mini peonies. So I've got the odd leftover stem in here, about 4, it looks of it, 4 leftover stems and 1 bunch. So we're going to use those as well. I've also got out my champagne, and also I've mixed them together, and some like terracotta, or I don't know really. I tried to say the colour as correct as possible, but they could come along in the sort of like the coffee colour, caramel colour, slightly very light terracotta or peach, along those lines, the darker ones, and they're the champagne. So we're using those. And I've got 3 leftovers without touching the new stems, which I have placed these on picks because the stems was a bit shorter, so I've elongated them, of our beautiful magnolia. So we're going to use those. So that is what we're going to use today, guys. So let me just move that out of the way. I'm going to bring the camera down. Because I've got more room now, I'm hoping that the camera can zoom in better on my workbench. I've tried to have a look, so we'll see as we go along. So one moment. It's a cold day today. It's been lovely all last week, but it's a colder day today. So let's bring you in. I've got more room to bring you in. I can even get this close. If I just move that, I can get here, look guys, now. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to do, was get you in closer. I'm going to go about, I don't know, do I go about there? So, case, let's have a look. I'll put it about there, guys. So, here we go. This is quite a thin wreath, to be quite honest. I've been looking at it and I've been trying to chop pieces off because it is quite a thin wreath. So just before, for you new beginners, if you find that you've got, you know, pieces of, if you want to tidy it up, you've got pieces of twigs sticking out that you think will scratch on somebody's door, or just to basically tidy it up, then just go around with your snips. I tend to do that. If you can't hear a scratch on your mat, you know you've got everything underneath. I can see that, so sticking up. So if I place that there, you can hear that harder scratch. So you know that it's something there sticking up. So I just want to just tidy it up a little bit around the edges. Oh, there's a piece there as well. Right. And now I've got my glue pan on the opposite side to what I work, as I did on the other, when I was sat over the other side. But that doesn't matter. I can cope and work with that. So we're going to place in, I've placed my hook on, and we're going to go around there. I don't know whether to do a full one today, depending on what I've got. Let's have a look. So I'm going to just place it in very thin, this one. So we're going to have to play it safe that it doesn't come out at the back, because it's not very thick. So I'm going to go around the wreath with my ruscus. Just to try and fill it in. I'm going to keep checking the back look, because it's really thin, so it's not staying in as good as I want. I found this as I was going through everything. And let's cross it over there. And you just manipulate your stems. I don't know how many bits I've got in here. I just grabbed them and placed them all in together, with them being the last few leftovers. So I was trying to go through everything and make sure that I've got all the leftovers near the top, so I can get those used. If I need any more, I will grab some more. And as you can see, I'm going with my ruscus on the nearer the top, and then some nearer to the side. So I'm trying to make it like a zigzag, so it fills it all up. And then some of the leaves will sit then into the centre. Let's get those up. I've got one where there's something where the leaves have come off, probably while in the bucket. So just trim those off. Something like that, look, the leaf has fell off of that. So I will just snip that off. Use these last few bits around here. Just to fill in that area. I think I want one here. Let's take that bit off. So it's filled it up, it's given it that full look of ruscus, and this is all of our backdrop leaf, our foliage. I have actually, with my neighbours past, their family have asked me if I could look after their dog when they go back to work. So I will be looking after Benji and still taking him a walk. I had him here yesterday from 9 o'clock in the morning till 2:30 in the afternoon. Bless him. Let's have a look. I won't put those in yet because they're very much like that. So let's get our... Oops, I've just dropped one on the floor. Move those out of the way. Our fern. Now, I'm going to snip one off, and that's how one of the stems on the main stem, you get 5. So you can either leave all of those on or pull them off individually. I might just leave them all on today. Yes, I will. And I'm going to just move our ruscus and then place the ruscus over it so it all looks like it's in together and it's growing all at its own pace. Now I'm going to keep checking the back. Again, this is an exceptionally thin wreath. Usually I buy the ones that are really quite thick and you can't see through them hardly. But never mind, we work with it. So I hope you've all had a wonderful, enjoying the wonderful weather. I also went in the garden to try and keep myself busy. I like gardening. So I'm just manipulating these so they're going different ways. So the main stem in the center, I'm making a curve with it, just so then the leaves go all in different directions. Do the same with this one. Just bending it one way, then another at the top, the opposite way, and then maybe bend it in again, depending on how they're sitting. So I've spread them out like that. This is one that's come off. Take off. With it being quite a thin wreath, I am placing on quite a bit of glue, just so it holds as well. And our last piece I will bring here. I'm going to go the opposite way. I think I should, no, let's take it out, guys. I've gone the wrong way. I should have turned this one the opposite way as well. So all I do is take it out. If there's any glue in the wreath, then I pull that out as well, and then take the glue off of the stem. So once I get to, as I've always said to you, to 9 o'clock, then you bring your stems upwards, and I've forgotten. Just a silly mistake. So it's this way now I should be going. Like so. And then that one there. Let's just check the back. We're okay, so now we've got one here, look. It's just slightly sticking up. So then I'm just going to just slightly manipulate everything lift them up so they've got a bit of volume. I think this ruscus is the wrong way around as well. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Just not quite with it. But I'll get there. We always get there. I think there's that ruscus here as well. So I'm just changing them the right way round. Silly me. At least you can see what I do, or if it happened to yourself, just how to swap them around. I feel that's quite loose. I don't like this wreath at all, but you can't pick and choose. You know, wreaths are natural substance. They do just grow in their thickness, and however, there's nothing you can do. I've got one here as well. Here, I want my bow. I'm moving that because I want my bow. Now we've got that sorted. Oh gosh, here's another piece that's just loose. Let's just push that up there. So I want my bow here in the centre. Now I've done it. I've sorted it, guys. Just a little bit of patience. That's all that's required. I think. Let's just check. Lift that up. So I'm going to place on our bow, which I want sitting there. I'm not doing a 360 bow. As you can see, I've done the bow, the fan bow that I call it, where it goes over like a fan. That's the shape of the bow that I'm looking for. And I want it to sit within the arrangement. So I'm going to get my weaving needle, the 2 pieces of wire at the back where I've twisted it, put one of them through, bend it over like a U-bend. Position look where you want to place it, your bow, say about here. push through to the back and then pull, and then it'll bring your wire out as well. Then do the same with the other one, but don't place them in the same place because your wire needs to go around something to attach and grab. So I will place that one there and pull it through. Just positioning my wire, my ribbon before I decide on where before I fasten it together. So around there, take that off, twist. Again, I do it about an inch to an inch and a half is plenty. Cut the rest off and then turn the wire and push it back inside the wreath so that doesn't scratch on anybody's door. So then just bring your ribbon to where you want, fluff it up by placing your fingers inside and spreading your fingers to open the loop. And we're going to sit that like that there. So now I'm going to get, let's have a look. I want to place in these big florals. Again, I've got some oddments. And they've got 3 heads on. So what I'm wanting to do with these is bring these out like so. One there. Have I got another one with oddment with 3 heads? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh. Well, I've got one here. I could use that one. Let's glue that back on. And just put a bit of glue on the end. I hope that was it. Yeah. Let's just tidy that up. And then I'm going to bring one up here, and then I'm going to have one coming out from the side. So that one will come around here. And then let's get one. It's got 1, 2, 3. So we'll take that top piece of it. And that one will come out from our side. So that's that one. I don't need those. So let's place in these. I can't remember if they're called snowballs or something. Why have I got snowballs in my head? I'm just tidying up the stems where I've chopped. I'm going to place that one there. Oops, I nearly dipped it there because I'm not used to dipping with my left hand. I'm going to put a bit of glue on these because they are quite thick stem and weighty. So I'm going to just go under here. Bring that like that. Then go to the middle, which how big is, oh, they're both the same. And I'm going to go to the middle and do the same, but have this sticking out from the side. I'm going to push it in a little bit further because I don't want it sticking out as much as, you know, too far. So, and then just, whoops, have that there. And then the other one we'll place at the bottom opposite this one. So that one will come in. Around there. And again, I don't mind any foliage leaning over it. It's an, try to make it look as natural as possible. Let's just bend that in the opposite. Some people, you know, do that with the fingers. I was taught different ways. If you want a fuller loop, put both your hands in and spread them. As you can see on the side, there's your fuller loop. Now you do it with your finger and you don't get as big of a loop, but you do it like that and it, you know, obviously it gets larger. Depending on how big you want the loop to look or how full. So, so that is those in. Now I want our magnolia, one here. I'm going to bring, or do I bring one here? One inside and then one out. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring a floral on. Let me just test it. I may just use 2 magnolias, guys. So then I can put one in the middle of each of these. So let's do that. And I'm going to lift it slightly. I want it to be sitting up. And do the same here. I may place a little bit of a glue on just to hold it. It feels a little bit like it's got a bit of movement. So that's what we have at the moment, and we have just 2 of our magnolias in instead. I'm going to use the roses. I placed some on, oh, I've placed a few on pigs. That's good. I'll just get some of those and use the ones on pigs. Now I'm going to bring one on the end. I like to see my floral taken right to the end. Bring that down like so. Do it on the opposite side. Like that. Bring one up here above the magnolia. Oh, I nearly did it again. I'll get used to the glue not being that side. And I'll do the one down here too. Let's bring a couple further out. Just slightly around the sides. Do I bring, yeah, I'm going to bring the odd one in the centre. Round where the bow is. Just incorporate it within. I'm just taking the rubber stem off because I don't want it melting as I dip it in my glue. And I've got one more. I may bring it there and make a cluster of 3. Oh, it's lovely to be back. It really is. My creative fingers have been itching to start creating again. So let me just check underneath. Right, we've got 1. So let's cut that a little bit shorter. No, it's not catching. That's good. Let's incorporate our ribbon down here and just thread it through so you've got it hanging through your floral at the bottom. So I've made the triangle position in the center of with the roses. I'm just threading my ribbon through. So I'm not going to place any more of those roses in, I don't think, but I'll save them to the side in case I want to use the champagne colours. Now, here we have them. I see there's a couple of spaces I want to cover with some greenery. And I'm going to place in this tradescantia with it having a lovely colour. There's one under here as well. I've got one here. I've got a gap here. I want to fill that with some as well. Add that lovely little bit of colour from the different tones. Just checking the back. No, that's fine. Just cut. I've got one there. Do I need? I don't think I really need one here. There. As well, so that's added in also to give that lovely effect and tone, which I love. We will be adding in some of our wheat. I may separate those. Let's get some of these, what I've got on picks already. Now they are push-ups. I'm just going to, on some of them, push the leaves down, because having them right like that, it's hiding most of the flower. So I'm going to drop the leaf a little bit. So I'm going to bring this one in here as well. And then drop the leaf down to near the bottom so I can get the most, that's just out of the flower. And I will be bringing some on the ends, so let's get the ends done first. believe how it's gone so cold again. It's just really unreal. Last week I was walking around without a jacket. This week I've got a jacket on, but back on. So let's get some of these again. Let's have a look. Bring one. I can just get that in without going through. Just put one there. I'm going to add a bit of colour around where the white is as well. Add some of that. Oh gosh, this glue's really stringy. Add some there. One, two, three, four. Let's use them all, guys. Place some around the edges as well. So I'm going to bring one under. We'll bring the longer ones under. On the and I'll do the same up here as well. And a bit of longer one with the white floral up here too. Then I've got a short piece. Let's get those on the inside. Where these white flowers are, but on the inside. Yeah, we will fluff up our bow. Excuse me. Well, guys, I went for my steroid injection in my arm. Once I got there, I was booked in by my doctor's surgery and another doctor's surgery. Both worked together with each other's patients. I got there and the doctor didn't give me the steroid injection. He said I was only there so he could check me over. And I told him I was led to believe I was there for the injection. He said no. So I'd got to go back now on the 22nd to actually have the injection. What a kerfuffle. Can't believe it. I'm just going to place this in here. It's just what's left. Add a bit of that in there. So, some glue on here. If you ever get glue on your floral or leaves, wait till it's dry and then it's easier to pick off. Right, I've got 5 pieces and I know I've dropped one on the floor of those, so if we get those in next, let me just grab the piece that I dropped. I don't know if you can see. Let's bring it here. So I've got 5. Let's cut them all at the same length. Apart from that one. I'm going to bring oh my God, gracious me. And I'm just going to bring these around as wispy bits on the inside. I thought I had another one. Just add those in. Let them move in different directions like it would be in nature. Some going forward, up, back, you know, facing different ways. Let's just move that if we can. I can't see. There we go. And then one down here. Again, I'm doing them on around the inside, like so. Right, we need quite a bit filling in. So what I'm going to do, have I got something else I put you? Oh, I've got some scraps, guys, where I could use as fillet as well. Let's get them, let's get them, let's get them. Oh, is it that? They're only small, some of them anyway. But let me just, oh gosh, I've just pulled that one off. Just so we can add just the odd bits in. I can sort through the tall. Oh, not many of them, I don't think. Is that it? Is that it? Let's have a look. Again, if you find scraps, wherever, you know, and you're not sure what to do, there we go, I'll take just those. Save them. Like this shakibi or shakiba spray leaves. I had these in short pieces when I was searching through all my stuff. So we're going to use those. So I'm going to, let me just put those there a minute, guys. Just tidy this up, I don't know. So let's get some of those. And if you can see, there's some gaps where you can see. I wanted to cover those up. So I'm going to place in some a bigger leaf, which I'm a true believer of, because using bigger leaves will, hide majority of your grapevine. By using little ones, you will be forever placing lots in just to cover that one little bit of an area. And plus it will save on your pennies as well by using just the odd bigger leaf than lots of little leaves. That's got two on. Do I use one or two? Bring one on the end. With those. Have I got another one with two? Oh, yes. What's that on there? Oh, I don't know. This is going to be a little bit harder to get this one in. It's got really no stem. But with it being quite a loose leaf, they will sit actually quite well for me to place them in. So that's there. Just turn as we go. I'm gonna this glue is really stringy. I don't know why it's this stringy. I'll have to sort it. We'll have to sort it. I'll get the hairdryer over the wreath. A bit of heat will melt them. Where can I place this one? Again, you know, if you want, just stand above yourself. I'm just getting whatever that is. And just have a look. I think we're going to need some on the inner side. So just lift up your ribbon or your bow. If I can get it in. There we go. Have that sitting there. So this is one way to use your scraps, so you haven't got them hanging around. And plus you won't be wasting any money. I've got a little one left. What can I do with this? I wonder if I can place that on a pick. Oh gosh, that's solid. Let's pull it. Oh, there we go. Just extend a little piece. And because it's only one of these left, we'll place it in the central position, going outwards. So now we can start placing in some. Let's take the tag off. No, I'm going to do these individual guys. So where's that one on there? I'm going to place these individually. But I do have also still some of those as well. But I've got some ornaments in here. Let's get a bit of the champagne coloured roses in as well. That might be a bit too long, that stem, so let's shorten it. Just turn it around. So where I've gone with this rose, I'm going to go with similar position with this one. As well, check the back. It's fine. I think I'd like one down here. Something's crying out for something around here. So I'm going to put in a little bit of colour on the outer side with the ruscus of a different floral. Oh, something's catching, I've just felt it there. Just check in again. Let me cut this one down a little bit more. Maybe that one. If I can get it. Oh my gosh, I can't get it. Oh, there we go. That's better. So we've got one there and one there, one there, so that's 3. So now I don't need any more of those. Oh, I don't know now. Oh gosh, here we go again. As soon as I spot something. Right, I'm not going to use no more after these, of those. She says. I'm going to put 2 on either end. With these, so we've got 3 then. A cluster of 3 different florals sat within each other on the end. Can't get it. not going in. Now, let's cut the stem a little bit more. Take that now. There we go. So bring those there as well, just by placing in just different tones to add a little bit more interest on that side. So now let's get that. I'll save that. I did get one out, didn't I? What did I do with it, guys? No, it's not there. Well, well, well. Oh, never mind. I'll probably find it. Let's just add in some of our erygnium, our thistle. Four. I'm going to hold on, we're cutting 5 in case I find the other one, which is already cut. Add a little bit of texture in there. And I'm just placing these in no particular order. I'm just going down the wreath and just adding in where I feel that they may be needed. One needed here. I could have sworn I'd got another one already cut. I wonder if it's gone in the bin. Oh, it's here on the floor. Oh, no. I should have waited. And then one here. Let's get it. I can't waste it, can we? Let's put one in the centre. Going around the bow area. Like so. So I don't want any more of those. Now our wheat. Let's see whether we want them as a cluster. I may put them as a cluster. Just in 2 areas, especially here and here. And then, because I've got 4. And then maybe here and here. Yes, let's do that. Let's put a cluster in for a change. I like to usually get the most out of them, but I think that this will add a little bit of nice texture as a cluster. As you can see, doesn't that look pretty? I want to do the same in the where the magnolia is down here as well. I have to try and move everything underneath so I can see. I can't seem to get that in. So let's just shorten it a little. And incorporate it into the like so. So we've got those like as a cluster, and then with the other two, because where you see the bow there is in the center, I'm wanting to bring some here because there's two little gaps on either side here. So I'm going to bring those here. I'll shorten those just a little bit as well. Add that little light colour on the outer side. Oops. That. Let's go there. I may have to shorten that one as well. A little bit too long. And that one there. Just bring that down a little bit underneath. Like so. So we've got that at the moment. I have got some bits of salal that I'm going to just add the odd one or two. Well, I say one or two, but that's just a figure of speech. I'm going to add 5. It's the difference between 1 and 2, 5. So I'm pushing these up to the top. I could have them out like that and maybe place them in there as well. That could be another option because we've got these smaller ones in. So let's see. So I know something is needed around this area. Just to fill it a little bit. one here as well. Can't get that in. There. I've got just this little bit thing here where I'm going to chop that top piece off. Use that. Oops, I've thrown the wrong piece in. And then I'm going to dip a bit of glue in this. And then I'm going to stick it there onto another stem. And then I'm going to do the same with these. You've got little oddments like this, and they've not got no wire in the stem. Just cut them off and use a little bit of decor and attach them or glue them to another stem. You know, I like to use as much of everything I've got up. So just go around, make sure, yeah. So that is our lovely project for today, guys. And again, I'm so happy to be back. As I stated earlier, that I've been itching to get started, but with this sad news, I thought to keep myself busy, instead of refurbishing or rearranging the layout of my workshop for the Easter weekend, I'll do it now. I'll do it now just to keep me busy, and then it's done. It's out of my way. So I'm going to just grab my easel. I've tried to make the layout where I've got everything on hand, all my tools, my wreath behind me, you know, at the side of me, my wire, my foam, absolutely everything at hand. I haven't quite finished, as I've said. My husband's got to, we're not having any ribbon on show either. With the ribbon, my husband's building sliding drawers. He's a joiner, so he's been in the trade many years. He's building me sliding drawers to place in my ribbon, so as I need it, and he's doing that under my workbench. As I need it, I can just pull the drawers open and choose which ribbon I'd like. So again, we've still got a little bit further to yet finish. Let's get that glue. But I will show you what I've completed so far. So let's just, I think that this needs to be just leaning a little bit more. That's better. So let's just bring it up. Oops, a daisy. So that is, excuse me, our beautiful I think it's on the wonk. How beautiful on, let me alter the hook. I think it's on the wonk. And I didn't like that. If I can get it off of that flower, it's caught on. I think it needs to be going around here. Just a little down, further down. We'll find out in a mo. Sorry about my head, guys. It just... I think it needs to be like that. So... it needs to be around there. I like it to be sitting at the correct angle. That's better. I think that's better. Don't you guys? I think that's a better angle. I'll sort it out properly later if it was irritating me a bit more. But that's our project done for today in a lovely colours, you know, with the peaches and with the terracottas, or you know, a bit of like champagne colours, and also, you know, with some of the roses what are on the sort of like the colour scheme of the coffee colours, peaches, terracottas, you know, that sort of a tone. I'm gonna just give this a swirl, bring it up. So we've done that. I don't want too much of a swirl. There we go. And adding just some ivory creams and whites, you know, and some movement, some lovely different foliage, just tradescantia, you know, the ruscus. You've got some berries on here from the floral, some fern and artificial wheat as well, you know, salal. Then you've got the, I said it earlier, didn't I? The, oh yes, those little bits I got. Oh God, I don't know, that rest has just done me. Yeah, well, if you've got scraps, just add in your scraps, guys. Sorry. And anything like that. And if, you know, you can have orange leaves if you've not got the other leaves. I'll remember them in a minute. You know, you could add eucalyptus, silver dollar as well. That would look pretty. You could add even willow instead of ruscus. You know, if you've got willow leaves, anything like that, or elm leaves, or even ficus. You know, I like ficus. Some people don't like it, but I like it. It's a great backdrop, you know, or background foliage. It's lovely. And yeah, I like it. So, you know, and if you don't want to do these colours and you've got a colour choice in your own mind of what to do, try and think of using different tones as well. If you, for example, if you want to use yellow, try and incorporate probably a brighter sunflower yellow with a lemon yellow, you know, with a really pale creamy yellow. That would look really pretty, you know, and incorporate those colours with it. And ivory as well, you know, add those in with the yellows, and that would look really, really stunning. So, and if you've not got the magnolias, if you've got lilies, you know, use lilies. Or if you know, they're nice when they're open. You know, they're not the same as the magnolias, but they're not, you know, they've got a bit of a resemblance of the shape. Instead of having an enclosed like big peony that's, you know, quite rounded, and that you want something slightly more open in the center. You know, lilies are like that. You could use those. Or if you wanted to use like, you know, anemones, you know, they're more of an open flower than a like a peony is, where it's got layer upon layers, which are beautiful. You know, or even if you wanted to use dahlias, you know, they're pretty. They're beautiful dahlias. That was my neighbour's favourite flower, dahlias. So yeah. So that's what we've done for today. I'm gonna just give you a quick look of around because here where I'm standing, I had my racking system with all my smaller stems. There was where all my ribbon was, and over there was where I was doing my videos, and behind me was all of this on that wall, and then over there were all my buckets of floral. And I'm going to show you what we've done so far. So again, I haven't quite finished. We've still got bits to do. That's the wall where all my buckets were. It's all empty. We're building a new racking system in there. So that's yet to be done. There's the entrance way, and as you can see, that was where I'm working today, was where all my racking system was. And then in the corner there, where those now are my spray paint, I had my hanging vine. So I've moved my hanging vine there. And then this is the side where now we're on, where all the ribbon was. So I've moved that there, put 2 shelves up to hang my buckets of things like my wreath wrap, my moss pins or U-pins, you know, rubber bands, etc, etc. And then along that wall where my ribbon was, I've moved my racking system up above, as you can see. So that is now my racking system on top of that. So that is that. And then I'm going to sort of like have to come this way because I haven't got much cable. And then where I did my videos, again, that is the plain wall where all my floral were. Now this is a racking system where all my buckets are now placed up to the wall, and this is where I did my video all the way to the ground, and that is that. So that is how I've done so far my lovely new layout, and it's given me more room to enjoy creating. So that's so far, guys. Still yet stuff more to do. Again, the racking system over that side. Under here is boxes of foam, cellophane, plaques, you know, signs, things, you know, floral hook, wreath hangers, you know, all that sort of thing. A few attachments are under there as well, and a box full of oddment ribbons. But what I want to do there is cover that bit with either a rolling blind, where you know, rolling blind. My husband says a curtain, but I said it'll get dirty. I'd rather have a blind where I can roll it down and roll it up as I need it. So I'm going to think about that. And then again, yeah, all the racking system's going to be built over there. So yes. Oh, and then the new ribbon, because I've got my ribbons in bags and boxes at the moment. So I've got to wait for my husband to build that underneath here so I can put my ribbons back. So yes, it's been busy. So anyway, guys, I'm so glad you've joined me, and I welcome you all back, and I'm so happy to be back. I hope you have a fabulous day. Please subscribe, share and like, because I've missed you all. I really have. I truly have. So have a great day. Subscribe to all your friends, share to all your friends, give us a thumbs up, send us a comment. I've missed all your chatty, messages. So send us a comment for me to reply, to see how you are and everything, and bring your family along to join some of the videos, or your friends or colleagues. They're more than welcome. Maybe if they want to take up the hobby themselves, as a hobby themselves, it may give them some ideas. So, bring them along. Just bring them along. And even if they just want to watch, just have a watch as well. They're more than welcome to join. So take care, guys. Have a wonderful day. And I will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I had to, when I got these flowers out, search for where I'd placed them. I was checking like this, wondering where I'd put things. I've tried to organise it in flower type and put all the same flowers near each other. I haven't got enough room to put them all in a colour coordinated area. I will do with the racking system, because they'll be having all boxes up there as well. I'll show you that when it's done. But I don't know when that's getting done, because I'm away at the weekend going to visit my mum. So have a great day, guys. All the best. I love you all, and thank you again for standing by me, and all your wonderful messages for my dear friend. And he's watching, he's looking down on us. So have a great time. Love you to bits. Bye for now. Bye bye. Oops a daisy. So yes, let's just have a quick look, guys. There's the beautiful magnolia. You can see with like the terracotta and peach in the centre. There's the tradescantia, our lovely like sage leaf fern, our ruscus. Now they are, I can't make my mind up whether they're supposed to be the little hydrangeas or there's something else. I've seen another shrub and they've got those flowers on, so I know they can't be hydrangeas. I will find out, and then when I place in my description, I will put the correct name. There's a little baby coral peach, peonies. We've got our artificial wheat. We've also got the other colour, like the terracotta colour, stroke coffee colour sort of peach. I'm not sure of the roses as well, the different tones. And then we've got our lovely spikey lavender, and then our thistle or our erygnium, whichever you know it by. And then we've got, oh, here we go again, look, this is the one I've forgotten. I get it when I come in. I said it. Oh, I'll find out. But that. And I think, if I can recall, oh, and we've got our florals as well here. So, and then our beautiful ribbon in the lovely terracotta orange, and then just the natural burlap. So I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. Take care, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.